Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We have reached Hadith number 21 from Al-Arba'un al-Nawawi, where it was narrated by Sufyan bin Abdullah radiyallahu anhu قال قلت يا رسول الله قل لي في الإسلام قولا لا أسأله أو لا أسأل عنه أحدا غيرك قال قل آمنت بالله ثم استقم رواه Muslim. Sufyan bin Abdullah radiyallahu anhu, he went and he asked Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Ya Rasulullah, tell me something in Islam that I could not ask anyone except you. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said very important, precious words. He said, Qul, say, Amantu billah, that I believed in Allah, thumma istaqim, and then be steadfast. And Imam Muslim rahimahullah, he mentions this hadith, or he narrates this hadith in his book Sahih al-Muslim. And in this hadith we understand an important part of an ayah which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran in Surah Fussilat, verse number 30. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ. That the ones who say that رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ, that our Lord is Allah, ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا, and then they be steadfast in deen. تتنزل عليهم الملائكة, the angels they descend upon them. ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا, do not be fearful and do not be afraid, do not be sad. وأبشروا بالجنة, and for you is the glad tidings of Jannah. التي كنتم توعدون, that was promised for you. And this hadith is an explanation of that ayah where Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he taught these words to Sufyan bin Abdullah, that in terms of, the best thing that we could do in deen is that we say Amantu billah and we be steadfast. And in this place, many of the scholars of hadith, they say that this hadith is one of the hadith that, like we mentioned, is Jawami'ul Kalim, that contains the main portions of deen in one place. That is, in terms of being steadfast, that we be in terms of saying Amantu billah, that we make sure that we say it in our hearts, we say it even by our mouth, and we make sure that we are steadfast. And being steadfast in deen is the highest level that someone could reach. There are three status a man could reach in terms of deen. Either he is steadfast, he is mustaqim, or he is muqarib, that is, he tries to be closer to the deen and to as much as to the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, saddidu wa qaribu, try yourself to close the gaps and try to get more and more closer to the commandments of Allah, and try your best to fulfill the sunnah, try your best to fulfill as much as you can, which is the portion of putting effort and trying as much as you can. And the third one is the one who is mudayya, the one who has been misguided and has lost his way. So the highest level is someone who is steadfast, that he is very clean and he is steadfast in all his amal, that he comes up with the best of best deeds in terms of wajib, in terms of sunnah, that he tries to fulfill all of them as much as he can. The second type is the person who tries to achieve, and he puts effort to achieve as much as he can, like Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he said, saddidu wa qaribu. And the third one is the mufrit, the one who is mudayya, the one who is misguided and he does not follow the commandments of deen, and he himself is lost in his path. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from the ones who are mustaqim, the ones who are steadfast, and be consistent and regular in deen, that we follow the footsteps of Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, not just for 1 day or 2 days, but throughout our life consistently and regularly.